Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, Trump called Christie a fat pig. He said, I'm just joking. You can't use the word fat, but he is a fat pig. He's a disgusting human being. All he is out there getting interview after interview because he's willing to trash Trump. It's a joke. By the way, I do have to make fun of Trump and his team a little bit, referring to Don Jr., Eric Trump, Ivanka as children. They certainly aren't children. All right, the Trump trial. Trump took the stand already. He's on the stand. Sparks are flying. Erdogan is saying, control your client. He wants to give speeches, not answer all the questions. And Trump just keeps saying, this is a very unfair trial. I hope the public is watching. I mean, Trump knows what he's doing. He's going to lose the trial. That's a certainty. He's got a biased judge. But this is going to help him politically. Worldwide caution, they say. That's the message of the State Department. Americans worldwide caution. By the way, that includes here in the United States as well. Joe Biden has got us into a worldwide caution. Thank you, Joe. Musk has released Grok, an AI chatbot. He says it's better than ChatBit. Time will tell. Our military's not ready, according to former Lieutenant General McGregor. Says we're not ready at all. Does that shock you? Doesn't shock me. White House has red paint hands all over it. It's still there. The White House can't, over a weekend, remove the red paint. This is from thousands of Palestinian anti-Jews, anti-Israel, pro-Hamas protesters, all who say they want to eliminate Israel. They will not bash Hamas. And they are against Trump, shouting Allah Akbar right outside the White House. They let him do it. It's unbelievable. Eric Adams, construction man, travels all over the world, special connections with Japan, China, so forth and so on. He's the target of this illegal money coming into Adams. Walmart Black Friday, they don't even wait till Black Friday. There's not a Black Friday anymore. They begin now. Jews are turning more and more to the Republicans. Well, it's about time. Are you kidding me? What has to happen for you not to wake up and realize the Democrats aren't your friends? Robert Card's friend says he tried. He told the police he's going to do a mass shooting. Do you believe this stuff? It always happens after the fact. $127 million of our money as part of the American Rescue Plan went to dead Teamsters. I mean, this just goes on and on and on. There's no watching our tax dollars. It's unbelievable. Foreign bond investors are getting shaky. There's fear that they might dump American treasuries. That would be catastrophic. Berkshire Hathaway is sitting on $157 billion in cash, but he can't cut loose $40 million plus for the Durrani victims. I loathe Warren Buffett. You know what? If your life is all about just the accumulation of wealth, give me a damn break. Schiff apparently had a permanent residence in Maryland. That'll be interesting in the California Senate debate. Mississippi governor race keeps getting tighter and tighter. The Republican is an incumbent, and it's going to be close. Zuck got hurt, blew out his ACL training. Too bad. Musk is getting ready to sell X handles for like $50,000. Jamie, let's check them out and see which ones are out there. Susan Smith drowned her 2 kids in a car years ago. Well, she's apparently a star in the jail prison system. There's at least 5 pursuiters outside the prison that romantically connected to her. You go, Susan. It's a bizarre world. Israel hits back at Hezbollah. Hezbollah made a threat. That's what Israel does. Hezbollah threatens the United States. We don't do jack. Gag order has been lifted on Trump. The circuit above Erdogan says, nah, baby, nah. How do you like that? Bank of America is having deposit delays. So is Truist, so is Chase, so is a lot of these other big banks, which means your deposit's being delayed. Our world's gone to hell in a handbasket. National drug shortage. James Comer says he wants his committee to investigate. On top of all the other problems we got a national drug shortage. And on top of that, Our strategic oil reserves are the lowest they've been in 20 freaking years. It never ends. The Treasury, by the way, wants to sell, they want to sell $112 billion in bonds. Who wants to buy them? And the media has ignored this $40,000 check to Joe Biden that Comer says is from laundered funds. Meanwhile, a Trump appointee in January 6th debacle has been sentenced to 6 years. And the fourth RNC debate, they're trying to reduce the field, come up with rules, pick the location, more to come. Trump is up 48% on his rivals, and they're still holding those debates. Trump leads Biden in Georgia. Ergeron is worried about his clerk being talked about. You can trash President Trump, but God help you, his politically active clerk, you can't say anything. Total bullshit. Citibank says no more paper statements. The world's going to end. Defaults on high-yield corporate bonds are increasing. That's not good. An anonymous jury will hear the next defamation trial against Donald Trump from that one crazy lady. On November 10th, 35,000 Vegas workers are going to go on strike. Jamie, have you planned a Vegas vacation then?
No.
Good. A helicopter wind knocks down a grandmother and kills her at the hospital. That's scary stuff. Mike Johnson, you can't make this up. Mike Johnson, a new speaker, a long time ago, adopted a black guy. The Dems are trashing him about him. You can't make it up. Massive caravan is coming to the United States. Just think about all the things I've already talked about already. I got 40 more to go. Fetterman is in D.C. He says he feels like a creeper because he's alone. You picture big old fat old Fetterman with his mustache hanging out in Washington, D.C. Eric Trump acknowledged Friday that he's in charge of the Weisselberg $2 million deal. Weisselberg did not testify all that great for the prosecutors. Yellow, when they went bankrupt, 30,000 jobs gone. That hurts. Top military officers have been approved. Yay! Tuberville finally loses out. This nurse right here has killed at least 17 patients. Scary stuff. Virginia High School, a rich Virginia high school, had 7 ODs in 3 weeks. It's going everywhere. Elon Musk says, get ready. If you're on the assembly line, like Amazon, a robot's going to take your job. This Hawaii couple right here would take the stolen IDs of dead babies. They've done at least 7 times to get passports, IDs, and live anonymously. Hezbollah threatened to blow us up. We do nothing. Nokia is suing Amazon in every court they can in every country they can, saying that they are using a system that they developed. They're not paying for it. A Jordanian was busted in Houston planning an attack upon Jews. Lululemon guy, the founder of Lululemon, is trying to spend $100 million to beat this muscle-eroding disease that he has. That's sad. In October, we only gained 150,000 jobs. It's not looking good. Amazon, according to the FTC, used a secret algorithm to make an extra $1 billion. Does that shock you? No. Bitcoin plunged. It's going down. Doctors and hospitals are complaining about the Medicare payment plan for 2024. Folks, hospitals and doctors cannot exist anymore without the government. Meanwhile, medical students are dropping out. They've had enough of the hell. They don't want the stress. FDA is going to ban a soda additive. I think it's bromine something. They say it's killing people. EPA budget. The Republicans are cutting it 40%. Bezos is moving from Seattle to Miami. He'll save you some income tax on that move. Fetterman says Manchin's going to lose and he wants his parking pass. Thomas is attacked again, said he groped somebody. Way back when. It never ends for old Clarence Thomas. Uber Freight is saying the tipping point is coming in shipping. Speaking of shipping, Maersk cut 10,000 jobs. Shipping company. Maersk 10,000. Yellow 30. Uber. I'm telling you, folks, when the shipping logistics thing starts to crumble, it's going to get bad. Stock up on water. Trump is winning in Utah. Haley and DeSantis is way back. Biden maybe reclassified the documents at Mar-a-Lago to make them classified. Wouldn't that be unbelievable? Abrams says the only reason why Kamala's attacked is she's black and a woman. Not that because she's a dumbass. Kill babies is what Illinois Palestinian protesters said to this exhibit that was put together by the Israelis. You can't make it up. They shouted, kill babies. Hamas says, we will give you back the hostages if you cease fire. Netanyahu says, give back the hostages, we'll cease fire. Democratic mayors want $5 billion of our federal money. Why? Illegal immigration coming to their cities. Loans. These were loans. You know what? If they say they're loans, then the issue is there has to be proof that the money, what was the loan terms, what was the loan for. Just dig a deeper hole, Joe. Of all the stuff we've already covered, John Corn, United States Senator from Texas, says Social Security crisis is coming. Folks, when all this goes down and hits the fan, we're already at $33 trillion in debt. Where are we going to chug in the trillions? It's unbelievable. Mayor Adams says, I know nothing about my fundraising. Do you believe that? I don't. Now, this is a funny story. In Afghanistan, the Taliban made growing poppy. This was a $1 billion business for Afghan farmers. Growing poppy for heroin. Taliban said no more poppy. The Taliban has done more for illegal drug trade than Joe Biden. We got to make this a clip. The Taliban stops a $1 billion poppy raising business. What does Joe Biden do? He lets everybody come into the United States. All right, what do we have next? Anti-Semitic protests are all over the country. Zelensky says he wants to meet Trump, and in 20 minutes we'll explain to him why he can't control Putin. Kim Reynolds from Iowa is endorsing DeSantis. That ain't going to make any difference. New York Times poll has Trump smoking Biden, and guess what? Axelrod, Obama's right-hand man, says maybe we need an alternative. The public is now saying we'd have no war and better finances if Trump was president. No kidding. Rural voters, they're not flocking to good old Joe Biden, the Democrats. The issues are enough rural voters in Kentucky that'll vote for Cameron in Kentucky. $1.8 billion verdict. I forgot, this was not just against the National Realtors. It was also against Keller Williams and another big real estate outfit. Apparently, the 6% commission might be on the way out. I tell you what, realtors are going to have a hell of a flux. Trump is beating DeSantis in Florida. You know what Christie says in New Hampshire? He's the cavalry. You ain't kidding, he's a cavalry. He's a whole platoon all by himself. Joe Biden says, I got no idea about Hunter Biden's business. Whatever happens to the college coaches when they say that? They still get suspended because you should have known. Biden's going to meet with G this week. What do you think is going to happen? Nothing good for us. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.